getting very close to her because he was her last child. So he didn't manage, she didn't let him go to school, she didn't really let him get educated, and she kept him very close to her. So how he kind of educated himself was he would go and listen to the elders, and he'd sneak away from his mum and hear about who'd been away, who'd travelled, who'd been on the boat, who brought things back, and he was really very interested in mechanics. So as soon as he could, his mum let him work in a garage, and he became very proficient. So proficient, he earned quite a bit of money, and he bought himself his first machine, which is his motorbike. And from there, he went to work on ships as a master mechanic, and these are the kind of machines that he fixed. You could probably get them on a chip today and just plug it in, but that's the size of those. So working on the ships, he travelled all over, he met quite a few famous people, and it seemed like everywhere he went, he'd meet a special person, somebody that would approach him and give him some encouragement towards his dream. And all his dream really was he just loved to see people smiling, happy and dancing. So that's what he set out to do. But he said when he came to this country, he said it was very dire, very smelly, very smoky, and very, very cold. Not like anything that he'd known. And he went straight to work for Dunlop's. And there he was a mechanic, fixing the machines, getting his money. And I had a group of uncles, because we all lived together in one room in one big house. And what my dad would do was, he'd go out to work, and my Uncle Latty and Uncle Gary, they would stay, look after the house, look after me, and want to do cooking, and wait for my dad to come back. And my dad used to bring the wage slip in a little brown envelope. He used to take a certain amount out, and then he would put away the rest. Give it to Uncle Latty what he needed, give it to Uncle Babs who did the cooking what he needed, and then he saved up. And that house, you can't actually see, but that house was the one we had our room in, and he eventually bought that house, so after that we could spread out, and he let rooms off, because people just lived in rooms, and we'd have the cookers on the landing, we'd just share, and sometimes people would only be in the house a week or 2 weeks, then they'd move on, then we'd have somebody else in there. And at that particular time, Bellevue was up and running, so we had people in there that were working at Bellevue. We had monkeys in the house, find snakes in the bath, all kind of different things to make money. And I had one special uncle, he was called Adama, and he said, the white people thought he had a tail, and they thought my dad had a tail. He said, so we're going to film them, we're going to go to Bellevue, and we will take some money. And what he did was, he got kidney beans, and he put them in little brown packages, and then he went off to Bellevue, broke some bottles, and told them, you buy this, and 2 and 6, you will have luck for all the rest of your life, and watch out. And then he'd walk on the fire and walk on the glass, but he'd dress up and scare them. He would just literally come towards them and say, you know, if you want some luck, I've got a little back here, take this for luck. And he'd get up some money and bring it home. And then we all shared the money in those days. There was none of this, I've got money and it's mine. It was, what do you need? How can I help you? It was just totally different. And after saving up and buying the house, we got a little cafe on Denmark Road called Phil's Cafe. And from the cafe where he was selling 1 cigarette, 2 cigarettes, 1 piece of bread, 1 cup of soup, he managed to accumulate a little bit more. So he then bought a van, went to Liverpool, brought the yams and the food that they were used to anyway, to Manchester, and did a little restaurant upstairs so that you could actually go, because there was still a lot of people who were sharing cookers on landings and things, so he did a restaurant where they could all go and eat and socialise. And from there, the Americans we had a lot of Americans at that time, they'd just all gone back to their bases. So it was our music now, it was our time to play it, you know, the Elvis Presley rock and roll and all of it. Sorry if anybody likes Elvis Presley, but the music came back more to roots. And from there, because people were coming and listening and enjoying, they would wait in the street sometimes when the club was full, waiting for one person to come out, so they could go in and get a chance. Then Reno came along, but at that particular time, there was still a lot of homeless. He didn't have enough rooms in the first house he bought. He bought the one next door, 159, and accommodated anybody, Polish, Irish, black people. And we did have a lot of famous people like Sarah Black, she stayed, Shirley Bassey, you know, these people stayed. Because they do little stunts at the weekends, singing, just doing a little something, so it was really very good. He accommodated people on the streets. In the Reno at that particular time, they used to have great big billiard tables, big tables. He'd let them go to sleep top and tail on there. It was really very good. I don't know if it was safe, but that's what happened. This was him in the Pepper Hill, enjoying what he did, in the Reno, enjoying what he did. And on his travels, he went to America, and going back again a bit, and he met Muhammad Ali. He became his hero, and he actually came, when he came to Manchester, came to visit my dad down the Reno, and you know, prove a kind of friendship that if you make a promise to yourself, which is a simple little thing, he didn't really want a lot out of life, he managed to get a lot. All he wanted to do was make people smile, be happy, dance, you know, and that's how he ended up doing those things. Sorry I ran out of words, I did have 2 leaflets of paper, and I had everything on it, but she's lost it. I've kind of run out of words, I just know that.